Good evening. Thank you very much, guys. My name is Nathan Kline, and I'm the outreach coordinator for the Green Party of Kansas City, Missouri. I have also run as a Green Party candidate a couple of times and earned over 36,000 votes when I ran for Jackson County Executive in 2018 as a Clean Green. I'm so excited to be here today to tell you all more about the Green Party. This will be a short and sweet introduction to corporate-free politics, so let's dive in. What is the Green Party? So what is the Green Party? First off, let's point out a few things that the Green Party is not. The Green Party is not just another advocacy group. We don't want to just encourage positive change. We are that positive change through political education, civic engagement, and especially running for elected office to serve our constituents as clean green candidates. We are not the new kids on the block. The Green Party has stick and stay and has been around for decades, continuing in the struggle for a better world and growing our movement to put people, planet, and peace over profit. We are not an environmental organization. We know that the social justice and climate justice go hand in hand, and we are committed to creating a society that is both fair and sustainable. Last but not least, we are not a corporate political party. Unlike the two corporate parties of War and Wall Street, the Green Party represents our neighbors and communities, not wealthy campaign donors. This is because we are a volunteer-based movement and our members are actual people from the local area. We are not paid to build the Green Party. We are building the Green Party because we want meaningful and lasting change in our communities and for all future generations to come. The Green political movement was born in Germany in 1980 and quickly spread around the world, with the U.S. Green Party forming in 1984. The values of the Green Party stem from our four main pillars: grassroots democracy, social justice, nonviolence, and ecological wisdom. Green Party organizations and affiliates all over the world share these same core beliefs. We are a very different kind of political party. As the only major party that refuses to take corporate money, we are not for sale. We are outside of the golden cage and can therefore serve the will of the people instead of a wealthy few. The Green Party is a global movement. We are a grassroots organization supported through dedicated volunteers and the practice of participatory democracy. We are the only truly leftist party in the United States, and our eco-socialist platform blazes the trail toward a just and sustainable world. The Green Party's politics are transformative and up to the challenges facing humanity. We have long rang the alarm bells about the climate emergency, and we've been right all along. Let's explore these qualities further as we learn more about what makes the Green Party truly unique. At this point, the United States is the only country in the world that allows for the legalized bribery of elected officials. The biggest pot of money in the world is the American tax base, and all corporations want a piece of the pie. Under no circumstances should these corporations seeking government contracts, tax breaks, and regulatory exemptions be allowed to bribe elected officials with campaign contributions in advance. But that is exactly what is happening. The two corporate parties also collude to draw gerrymandered, non-competitive districts and largely do not run against each other in roughly 2/3 of US elections, from the local all the way to the federal level. What are campaign contributions to candidates in non-competitive races? Well, of course, they're straight bribes. They have divvied up the spoils and left us with no other choices. The Soviet Union had one-party elections like this, but no one confused that with democracy. This is no accident. This is exactly how it is designed. The system is not broken. It is fixed. These corporate parties that built this pay-to-play political system are not going to reform it themselves. We must have an alternative political choice that offers a way out of this trap. The majority of eligible voters in the US are politically disengaged and do not vote in elections. They do not identify as Democrats or Republicans. They want a third party that represents them over corporate and wealthy interests. The Green Party's corporate-free candidates give voters a choice to vote for what they want, not against what they fear. Over 50% of voters do not vote normally because they accurately understand that voting for either of the two corporate parties will not significantly change their lives for the better. Only the Green Party refuses to take money from corporations and rich individuals. We work for community, not campaign contributors. That is why only the Green Party fights for what Americans say they want. Only the Green Party will enact universal basic public health care because we don't take money from the health insurance and pharmaceutical companies. Only the Green Party will end the wars because we don't take money from the weapons manufacturers. Only the Green Party will regulate Wall Street because we don't take money from the big banks and insurance companies. Only the Green Party will legislate quality housing as a right because we don't take money from the wealthy developers and real estate industry. And most importantly, only the Green Party will sufficiently address the climate crisis because we don't take money from the fossil fuel and other extractive industries. Many of the world's problems are not confined to national borders. Pandemics, the refugee crises, war, the global economy, and climate change, amongst many other issues, cannot be tackled by individual nations alone. It will take a coordinated global effort to address these challenges and restore balance with the natural world. The Green Party is the only international political movement with federations in over 85 countries around the world and is therefore uniquely positioned to coordinate the necessary global responses to these critical issues, foremost of which is the climate emergency. There are many ways that human civilization has become a full-on assault on the environment. All Earth life systems are currently in terminal decline due to human activity. At this point, we have blown way past the carrying capacity of the Earth due to our current model of endless economic growth, which has led us to the brink of mass extinction. We're out of time. The capitalist economic model, which requires endless growth, is suicide on a finite planet. It doesn't matter if we love it or if we hate it. Capitalism has run its course and will not be a part of our future. We will end capitalism, or capitalism will end us. The capitalists who spent decades lying to us are now trying to sell us solutions to the problems that they have caused. Their for-profit solutions are no solutions at all. Voluntary reductions, biofuels, carbon swaps and taxes, so-called clean coal, dangerous nuclear energy, bioengineering, and missions to Mars are all woefully inadequate tools to address the climate crisis. The capitalist PR departments have been pushing these market-oriented schemes for years as the problem gets worse and worse and annual global emissions keep increasing year after year. They can only consider that which makes them the most profit in the short term. Incremental solutions to catastrophic problems, however, is suicide. We have outlawed such global criminal corporate behavior before. Examples include the banning of CFCs as refrigerants and lead as fuel additive. We must again outlaw this deadly and immoral capitalist behavior like we outlawed it with slavery. Why are governments not responding to the climate emergency? Our government leaders are paid servants of the capitalists and are locked with them in the golden cage. Trying to lobby, influence, protest, or change these free market true believers has and will continue to fail. For over 40 years, they have proven that they cannot and will not do what must be done, despite the evidence being unequivocal and the warnings growing more dire every day. Biden has issued more new drilling permits per month than Trump ever did, nearly 400 a month. There are over 30 new oil and gas pipelines currently under construction in the United States. Biden is fighting to expand drilling in the deep waters off the Gulf of Mexico. And COP26 was a complete failure for the 26th time in a row. Very sad. And US taxpayers subsidize fossil fuel production at over $20 billion annually. Our leaders continue to fail us. We need to take the keys from them before they drive us off the cliff. The real solutions to the climate crisis will not maximize the profitability of the Fortune 500, but if rapidly implemented, could turn the tide. This is only a very partial list of necessary steps that must be mandated. How can we put these tools to work? Ultimately, the solution is political. Only 8% of the target reductions needed can be met through individual lifestyle choices. An international political movement free from the corrupting influence of corporate money must now sweep the globe, dedicated to outlawing industrial processes that threaten all life on Earth. We need our taxes spent on transforming our energy, transportation, and agricultural sectors into the sustainable systems needed to survive. We cannot allow the free market to determine if we will continue to be able to live on this planet. In order to come back into balance with our natural environment, our only possible path forward is to radically degrow our human activity and economy, to shrink our human footprint on our planet to the point where all natural systems can have a chance to recover, and from that point on maintain a sustainable relationship with the Earth. We will either voluntarily degrow our human footprint thoughtfully and purposefully, or we will continue to grow in the face of this reality, hit the wall hard, and fall even harder. We must innovate and adapt rapidly to employ sustainable alternatives to survive in this very different world that we now find ourselves in. Only in a world free of war, hunger, and poverty can we possibly reach the level of cooperation needed to transform our civilization. The Green Party understands that we need to eliminate economic desperation so that we can shift our focus from paying this week's bills to saving life on Earth and leaving a habitable world for our children. A better world is possible, a world where we can slow down and work less, where we can spend more time with our families and friends, where we can follow our passions and interests, where we can accumulate experiences instead of stuff, where we can nurture our communities, where we can play, create, rest, and love together. This is the eco-socialist vision of the Green Party. Only the Green Party meets all of the requirements for a political movement that can transition us to a fair and sustainable existence on Earth. We are not for sale. We are international. We are grassroots and volunteer-based. We are eco-socialist, transformative, and right all along. Now is the time to break out of the two-party trap that has locked us into the corporate status quo that is holding us back from a better world. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. If you're ready to stand up for your community and all future generations to come, we invite you to join the only corporate-free political movement in the world today. Go Green Party.